What's up, everyone? I hope you find yourself in good situation. I found myself playing one of my childhood favorite games, a game that means a lot to me, and it was one of my favorite games growing up for the Sega Genesis, and just an arcade classic as a whole. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat 2. Now, this game, like I said, is fantastic. I was trying to stream this earlier, but for whatever reason, the video wasn't coming out right. I had to fix some of my settings on my streaming setup here, but yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite games. I absolutely love Sub-Zero, so I'm going to go with Sub-Zero. This is just going to be a playthrough, fun playthrough. Give you guys some of my feedback, some of my thoughts, some of the nostalgia, and maybe some tips along the way. Hope you guys enjoy this playthrough of Mortal Kombat 2 for the Sega Genesis. Let's get it going here. So, Jax, this game, you know, in a lot of ways, Mortal Kombat, it kind of reminds me, it's as if you're playing paper, rock, scissors. Like, you want to outsmart your opponent, and you want to kind of like think you want to think ahead before, you want to think a few moves ahead is what I'm trying to say. You want to, it's like paper, rock, scissors. It just reminds me of that. You want to be ahead of the game here. So like right there, I countered, he was going to hit the floor. I countered with that. And then right there, boom, got him with the setup. And it's just like a game. It just reminds me of a game of paper, rock, scissors. I love this game. Now, I do want to address the elephant in the room. Which version is best? During this 16-bit generation, you have the console wars, Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and I would argue that was the original console wars because, we were those of us that were around back then, and that are lucky enough. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, I totally messed up right there. You know what I'm talking about. It was such a good in my opinion, the original console wars. They're different. I can't say that the Super Nintendo one is that much better than this. This is a fantastic game. When I was a kid, though, I will say that I really envied the Super Nintendo. I thought it was miles ahead of the Genesis. But now that I'm older, I can honestly tell you that the Genesis version has its own merit. Most notably, one of the things that the Genesis does, it's not going to beat the Super Nintendo when it comes to graphics. It's not going to beat it when it comes to sounds and the music is kind of subjective, because I think the Genesis one, I do prefer the bassiness of the Genesis sound chip, but I know that that's very subjective. Either way, and just in sound in general, you could easily argue that the Super Nintendo was better. But the one area that Genesis kind of tends to have an advantage when it comes to Soup, looking back at it now in 2024, is its gameplay. Usually the Genesis games, they tended to run smoother and just fluid on the Genesis. Even though the Super Nintendo had to be in many categories, the one category that the Genesis would often come out on top is the fluidity and smoothness and the frame rate of the gameplay. It's just so incredibly smooth on the Genesis, and that's one thing that I love about this version is going back and playing this now in 2024. My goodness, does it play good. And I would argue that this game, I'm actually playing it right now with the 3-button controller. I would argue that this is one of the best, if not the very best 3-button fighting game for the Sega Genesis. I'm only using the 3-button controller, and it plays very, very well. It plays very, very well. And in my opinion, this is probably the best Sega Genesis fighting game when it comes to using the 3-button controller. Most of the fighting games for the Genesis, you had to use a 6-button controller. That was a game changer. Especially games like Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2, you wanted to use that 6-button controller. They finished Kung Lao. So far we're undefeated, doing pretty good here. And I'm going to do my best to go undefeated, but it's going to be tough. Somebody usually gets me. So I've gotten as far as like Kung Lao. I mean, not Kung Lao, but Shao Kahn. And he's gotten me at the end. So far, yeah, this guy could be a pain in the neck as well. Baraka, he could be a little bit of a pain. I tried to counter that, but he got me. Like I said, this game in a lot of ways reminds me of like playing paper, rock, scissors. So he takes the first fight. Let's see, can I come back? Well, we shall see. Baraka's bringing the fight. Once he starts doing his, once he starts like bringing out his little sword things, he can counter you when you try to jump kick him. I think that's when he gets really hard. To me, that's an indicator that he's getting harder. Let's see, got him to fall for that. We're even, 1-1. Can I keep it going? So yeah, I think that overall, the legacy of the Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis. You know, for this particular game, it's hard to go against Super Nintendo because that game is one of the best 16-bit conversions out of any video game of all time. I think it's so well done that it's hard to argue against it, but I do think this game has its own merits, its own charm, and it holds up rather well. And I think the one area that it really shines on, like I said earlier, is the fluidity, the frame rate, and the gameplay. There's no slowdown in this game. Super Nintendo, as is the case with a lot of games in general, there's always going to be a little bit of hiccups when it comes to the frame rate. It's going to be a little bit choppier, not choppier, but there's going to be some mild slowdown. With the Genesis, that's not going to be the case. And I think that's going to be the legacy. I think more and more people are becoming aware of that now in 2024. It's becoming, I've seen a lot of YouTube channels, including myself, you know, we're starting to realize that, especially now that, you know, so much time has gone, we can digest it, and we're not kids anymore. We can actually put a proper sentence together. Yeah, at least some of us that are trying to put a proper sentence together. But yeah, we got Reptile here, finished work with him, and this game is challenging. I think a lot of people consider it a fairly challenging game. It can be. There's a few tips that I could give, you know, when it comes to this game. Oh, I did block, but he got me right there. I'm going to counter with the high kick and try to put some pressure on him because right now he's bringing the fight towards me. Okay, I try to get him with the ice on the floor. Oh, watch out. I thought it would have been a good time for a roundhouse kick. Okay, he countered me. Oh, wow. Okay, Johnny Cage bringing the fight. He takes the first fight, but it ain't over yet. We're going to bring the fight to him right now. I'm going to duck and try to counter with the uppercut. No, he didn't do that. See, like I said, this game is a lot like paper, rock, scissors. Like, you really have to guess what they're going to do. I'm going to get him with the round. Nope, I didn't get him with the roundhouse. Got him right there. Let's see if I can get him with a beautiful roundhouse kick. So, one of the quirks, the thing about this game, and I figured it out a lot when I was a kid. I did figure this out. Is that, well, number one, you don't want to get caught up on the sides of the game, like on the, I call it the walls. Basically, you don't want to get caught up on the edges of the screen, whether it's the left or right. You don't want them to push you back too much because they can do a lot of damage. Man, this Johnny Cage is doing some good damage. See, that's called the mirroring attack. I don't know what they officially call it. I call it the mirroring counter attack, like where you can see how I'm basically ducking and then I jump backwards and he mirrors me. And every time he mirrors me, okay, good, I was able to beat him. Every time he mirrors me, you can counter with like a punch, a kick, a roundhouse. There's many ways to counter them, but that's one of the quirks. That's one of the tricks that you could use in this game. There's not many tricks, but that's one of them that you can certainly use to go in your favor. Okay, right. I tried to get him with the roundhouse, but the move didn't come out. That was entirely on me. It's not the game. Sometimes, you know, it's just like the game could be utterly good, but you're the one that doesn't execute. You can't really blame the game. That was just me. I kind of froze. But yeah, this game does tend to play a little bit quicker. Actually, it feels so much quicker than the Super Nintendo. I will say that. This game, I don't remember how it compares to the arcade game, but this game in general, because it has that fluidity in the frame rate, it does play rather quick. So, like I said, sometimes I won't execute a move, and it's because it's just like I wasn't quick enough, or I froze, or like, you know, I panicked. Not panicked, but you know, I got anxious, so I didn't get the result that I wanted. But it's not the game's fault. It's just, like I said, this game does play quicker. Okay, I'm gonna counter her, and the way to beat her, you kind of walk towards her, and then you do the jump kick just like that. And I learned this trick from a YouTuber by the name of Daryl Sung. I hope I pronounced his last name correctly. He had a video that went viral where he talked about that trick where you kind of duck and then you jump back. But I also learned to beat Melina. I learned that trick from him, where you can jump forward. She's really tough, man. Okay, I tried. See, that was just me. I didn't execute, and she just handed me a lost round right there. Excuse me. So I'm gonna start off with the block because she likes to do something towards you. And as long as you do this, as long as you do that, you should be able to beat her. Just like that. You kind of go forward and you just jump kick her. Got her. So basically, when you duck and you jump back and you cause that mirroring effect, where they mirror your jump, it's easy to counterattack with a kick, with a high kick. with the jump kick. There's many ways you can counterattack them, but that's what you want to do. See, like right now, I'm gonna try to get him into a mirroring match. I don't know what they call it. I don't know what the official term is, but that's one of the strategies. I did it right now. See, I kind of like duck and then I jump backwards, duck. Yeah, because this AI is relentless. Like, they are tough. They are tough. I'm gonna roundhouse kick him and then. Okay, so that move that I did right now, it's a jump kick followed by a sweep. So this, I'm telling you, because it has a 3-button format here on the Sega Genesis that I'm playing it with the 3-button controller. I'm able to perform that sweep kick so easy. But I played other versions, including like I think it was the Xbox 360 version where I had a really hard time sweeping. I'm gonna try to do the mirror. There it is, the mirror, and then I'm gonna do the 1-2 combo. I actually call it the 1-2 hitter quitter. That's what I call it. Oh, he got me. I was close. One more jump kick and I would have probably had him. He did get me. So yeah, I noticed that the AI is pretty aggressive right now. Maybe because I beat the game like 3 times earlier today. I don't know. They're like fed up with me. They don't like to lose. They're very competitive. Okay, I'm gonna try to get. Oh yeah. Oh, but come on, say. Oh no, that was close. Now my undefeated streak is on the line right now. If I lose this, see, that was just me. That was just me. Got him. Okay, I was able to get him. I kept my wits about me. But yeah, this game it just reminds me of paper, rock, scissors. Like, you have to think ahead. You have to kind of outguess your opponent. And also, using that mirroring attack, that really helps out a lot. See, like, okay, that's the 1-2. Oh, I missed it. See, that was just me. I just did not execute. The 1-2 hitter quitter. Okay. Okay, now he's got me right there. I'm going to try to get the mirror attack. Oh, gee, he's going to toss me. I don't want to get in that corner, so I let him toss me. I let him toss me. That way he won't get me in that corner. I'm trying to get the mirror. Nope, he got me. Okay. Yeah, every single guy. I think most of the fights, this has not been a smooth playthrough. Most of my enemies have beaten me at least 1 round, and they've taken at least 1 round. Hopefully, Liu Kang does not. He's doing really good right now. Like, this is just a hard game for me to beat, like, without dying once at least. Some of my previous playthroughs, I died a couple of times. Oh, look at that! He countered with the low fire attack. Okay, I'm gonna counter with the mirror. I'm gonna do that again. Hopefully, get him. Yep, I got him. Roundhouse. Oh, see, that was just me. That was just me. I did not execute. Oh, he got me. Wow, you got to be kidding. And to add insult to injury, he got me with the fatality. In this game, I'll be honest with you, I don't really care about fatalities. And I know some of you might think, well, what's wrong with you? Now, if I was my 11-year-old self, yeah, I would have cared about fatalities. But as an adult, I just play this game for the combat, man. It's like, I think, have you guys ever beat Street Fighter 2? I think it's Championship Edition. And at the end, Ryu, he says he doesn't really care about the reward. The fight is everything. That's kind of how I look at it. It's like, all I care about is the fight. Like, I don't care about I just care about the battle. You know what I mean? It's just all about the battle. I don't care to showboat. I guess that's the way you can put it. But yeah, like, I know that a lot of people love these games for the finishers, and that's fine. You know, like, I do like them. I don't really care. I mostly care about winning, and I'm getting my butt kicked right now. The one thing that I care about, I'm not doing. And to be honest with you, I don't really remember them. Like, now, I just don't remember the fatalities. So I have to look them up online. I used to when I was younger and played this a lot. You know, it was all about the fatality. So Liu Kang is really bringing the fight to me, man. He's already beaten me once. And I don't want to let that. Yeah, he's got everything covered. Like, he has like a counter to all my moves. Okay, I got him with the mirror. Oh, he countered me big time right there. Yeah, this game does play quicker, so that's one thing you have to keep in mind. It does play quicker. As far as the mirroring attack, like, okay, see, I did it twice just to get hits on him because he's relentless. So yeah, that mirroring attack, I mean, that's what I'm calling it. I don't know if it has an official name, where you basically jump backwards and they'll mirror you. And you can get a hit on them. See, like right there. I just did it right now. Oh, he did counter me. He's like really aggressive right now. He's like got me. He has a counter for everything that I have. The only time I'm really doing any damage is when I have that mirror attack. See, like when I'm ducking and then, okay, right there. I got him good right there. He wasn't expecting that. But yeah, this guy's got my... Okay. I basically beat him with that mirror attack strategy. Like, if it weren't for that, this guy was just handing it to me. He did cause me to lose the first time, though. Now, this fight here, for whatever reason, I can't get that question mark. I don't know why I can't get that fight. If you guys know in the comment section, let me know what I gotta do, because I've already beat this a couple of times today and I can't get that fight with the question mark. I don't know why that is. Okay, he's turned into Scorpion. Oh, I did block. I tried to get him with the roundhouse. He's gonna try to, yeah, he got me up against the corner. And that's what they tried, and then he's gonna finish me off right there. Good game to, yeah, Shao Tsung is a problem. He always gives me a hard time. So I'm gonna have to bring my A game here. Okay, he shifted to Kitana. Nice counter. Like I said, this game in a lot of ways does remind me of like paper, rock, scissors. Like you have to outthink your opponent. He's probably gonna throw me. I'll give him the throw. I'll give him the throw, just so he won't corner me in that over there. And I'm gonna do the mirroring attack strategy because this guy's relentless right now, and that's how I got past Liu Kang. He's pushing me. I don't like how he's pushing me against the wall right there. Got him with the roundhouse, and I'll finish him off. Oh no! Nice 2-hit combo right there. I gotta get him with the mirror. Yeah. Similar to Liu Kang, you have to use that strategy. You have to use that duck and go back. Sometimes you can just simply jump back and they'll mirror you. They will mimic your moves. Okay, Kitana. She has a long range. She could just like suplex you. She has a long range. You know, one thing I will say, I talked about the fluidity of the Sega Genesis, but when it comes to Shang Tsung, there's just a slight delay when he morphs into another character. I just noticed that right now, because I do praise this game for playing rather quickly. You know, for comparing it to the other versions of Mortal Kombat 2, it plays incredibly well. But I did notice right now there's a slight delay when Shang Tsung morphs into another character. So the trick to beating this guy is you wanna beat him to the punch. So okay, and you wanna freeze him as much as possible. And when you do hit him, try to jump kick him as much as possible. Everything's gonna be set up with the jump kick. Everything you do is gonna be set up with the jump kick. To keep him in range, to keep him honest. Him and Shao Kahn, the trick is you don't want to really hit him for the head. You want to aim more for the chest. You want to aim more, because if you hit him in the head, they can counter you. They can like, they can see I hit him a little bit too high right there. You want to when you jump kick him, you want to hit him more towards the chest than the head, because that way they won't counter you as much. They can like, look at that. That's another counter. You can jump back and kick. Okay, yeah, he got me with the. Yeah, I moved out of the way. Countered right there. Beautiful. Got him. Beautiful. I did a little sweeper. But yeah, down goes Quintano. It's funny because this game, it's never a straight playthrough. Someone has my number. Whether it's Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Somebody has my number. Okay, that was not a good start. That was not. You want to keep him honest with the jump kick. You want to keep him honest with the jump kick. Okay, yeah, he did really quick work for me right there. I'm going to have to... The fight, I lost the fight basically at the very beginning. You want to start off by like... I like to start off by, yeah, by dodge, by... Okay, there we go. I want to start off by blocking. That's what I was trying to say. You want to keep him honest with your jump kicks. Him and Kitano. You want to keep them both honest with your jump kicks. I'm going to do the 1-2 hitter quitter right there. Keep them honest with that jump kick. Boom. Got him. Again, you don't really want to hit him. Oh, got him. Nice. That was good. Okay, so we're even. 1-1. Can I finish him off? I'm going to start off by blocking here. I'm going to start off by blocking. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. You want to keep him honest with the jump kicks. Like, aim for the chest and jump kick forward and backwards. And as long as he's doing... As long as he's... Okay, that's good. I should be able to finish him off right now. Keep him honest with that jump kick. Keep him honest with the jump kick. Just like that. Keep him honest. As long as he's... There it is. I'm going to do the 1-2 hitter quitter, and that hopefully that's it. That's it. 1-2 hitter quitter, and that's it. So yeah, you want to keep him honest with the jump kick. As long as he's blocking, he's not going to do any damage. But if he's not blocking, if you're not keeping him honest with that jump kick in that range, he's going to do a lot of damage. So you want to keep him blocking as much as possible, and that is the key to beating Shao Kahn. And also Kintaro. They're a very similar fight. You have to keep him at range with your jump kick. And keep them blocking as much as possible. And if they're blocking, they're not going to be doing any damage. So that's one of the best tips that I can give. And it's just the feel like this game, you know, it takes hours and hours and hours and hours to get good at it. So other than Liu Kang, that was the hiccup on this playthrough. But every single playthrough I've had, I've struggled with different characters. The first playthrough I struggled with Shao Kahn. I'm sorry, Shang Tsung. And then the second playthrough was Kentaro. The third was Shao Kahn. And then this one was Liu Kang. I've beaten this game like 4 times today. And I tried to do a live stream, but for whatever reason, the live stream came out really bad. And I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to upload this as a traditional YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Some of the feedback, some of the commentary. Let me know what you guys think of Mortal Kombat 2 in general. What's your favorite version for the 16-bit? It might be the arcade. Obviously, the arcade is fantastic. That's like the cream of the crop. But let me know, did you guys grow up playing the Super Nintendo version, the Sega Genesis? What are your thoughts? Did you play the 32X? I'm going to try to get to all of those on my channel. As of now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you absolutely on the next vid.